Hey humans, welcome back to otro videito más. Today we're going to be talking about the Tamron 20-40 F2.8. And this is not like a full-on review, but just my thoughts after using it for about 30 days with a few different cameras. So yeah, let's get to it. All right, first things first, I'm going to start with how small this lens is for being an f2.8. I mean, this lens is tiny. It is extremely tiny. I would definitely categorize this lens as a daily lens. One lens that you take with you at all times. You can vlog with it. You can get a few nice B-roll shots with it. Overall, it's a great performer. But there are a few caveats when it comes to this tiny, nice lens. And the main ones is that it's a bare bone lens. As you can see, the only thing this lens has is this, the USB-C port down here, which is great and all. Obviously it has the zoom ring and it has the focus ring. Now the zoom ring starts at 40, which I'm not a fan, and then it extends to 20 millimeters, which I'm not a fan of. I definitely don't like that. I prefer the 20 to be retracted. Like I said, it is missing a lot of stuff like the aperture ring, the autofocus to manual focus switch. I mean, come on. I don't even care if the aperture is declicked or declicked. It doesn't bother me. I would really love to see an aperture ring in here and an autofocus to manual focus switch. Those are the two things that this lens is missing. And for me, they're important because I use the Sony ZV-E1 as my daily camera now. So only having two customizable dials on the Sony ZV-E1 makes it really hard to change apertures here when I'm shooting all manual. Now, I guess I could shoot aperture priority at all times, but that's not really my game. I do try it and I do use it from time to time when I'm really lazy, but usually I like to set my stuff up in camera or on the lens. I think that's my only gripe with this lens is that it doesn't have an aperture ring and it doesn't have a manual to autofocus switch, which is like, I think those are the two biggest deal breakers for me of this lens, because I love that it's an f2.8 and I do love the range. 20 to 40, I think it's pretty decent for an everyday carry. That is not to say that this lens is not good. Optically, it performs pretty decent. I mean, it's a $699 lens, so don't expect like G Master quality from this, but it's still very useful as an everyday, as a travel lens. Like it is really nice, and it's small, it's lightweight. It's a good lens. But for me, because of the body I chose, which is the Sony ZV-E1, I can't recommend it to pair it with that camera. Now, if you got the Sony A7C Mark II, which has 4 customizable dials, then I think this is a great lens for that camera. It's a great pairing because you get a 20 to 40, right? You get a 33 megapixel, so you can do a super 35 mode and go up to 60 millimeters. And then if you want, you can crop in a little bit more and get up to that 70 range. So getting the 20 to 70 when you have the Sony A7C Mark II, yes, it's nice, but you're getting an f4, which is also not as good as an f2.8. So if I were to use the A7C Mark II, then I think this is definitely the lens to get with that body. I think they're a great pairing. They do really good things together, and they're both lightweight. The camera is very comfortable to hold, especially holding it with this lens because it's so lightweight. If what you have is an A7C Mark II, then please give this lens a shot. At $699, you can give it a shot and you won't regret it. You'll actually love it. I know it. I can guarantee it. But if you're using the ZV-E1, yeah, no, I would not jump on this lens. I know the touchscreen functions on the ZV-E1 is useful and you can change parameters there, but I like to do stuff on the body or on the lens, which is why I would not recommend this lens if you have the ZV-E1 body. If you do have the ZV-E1 body, I recommend getting this lens, the 20 to 70 f4, because it has aperture ring, autofocus to manual focus switch. It has a declicked and clicked aperture. Like, you can customize this lens. It has 2 customizable buttons. I mean, this lens has options. Pairing it with a 12 megapixel sensor, obviously you can't really crop in that much. So having the range is very useful. So ZV-E1, 20 to 70, A7C Mark II, 20 to 40, f2.8. For sure. If by any chance you're rocking the A7CR, then this is even a bigger yes, because you can crop even more and get further reach from this tiny lens. So yeah, those are my thoughts. I figured I'd just let you guys know. If you have any questions, leave them down below. But yeah, that's it for this video. Thanks for watching, and yeah, hasta la próxima.